Alright guys, this is Joel Pedro from Overland Kings. I'm the Chief Adventure Officer and we are happy to be with Ride By today. So what we want to talk about today is basically overlanding. So how did Overland Kings start? Back in 2017, it was called road tripping. And if you combine road tripping with adventure camping, you put that together, that's overlanding. Simply put, vehicle-dependent glamping. So basically, if you want to set up for adventure, and you want to have water, a sleeping platform, some sort of luxury to get you out there for your next adventure, jump on over here at Overland Kings and we'll be happy to set your car up. Andy, thanks for having me today. Let's go. What we have here is the very popular overland rig called the 5-door Jimny. So our concept for this vehicle, as a sample for you guys to outfit, is a more Japanese style live indoor and two-person adventure vehicle. So let me quickly start off with the outside on what we've done. So basically, we put Overland Kings touches to make it personalized. So we're running Bradley tires, 2-inch lips. This is actually a two-tone combination because this is actually the original color and this is actually a wrap. Now, the purpose of this stuff is to make sure that even if you go on the trail, the car won't be damaged. Yung mga trees and all that stuff. So yun yung major logic about it. We color matched to make it a Euro feel. So if you see the corner signals, it's actually clear. We color matched the grille because we wanted to have a more body on color type of feel. And to round up the little things, we actually made our own fog lights so that there's yellow on white for the PIA lights. And finally, to make sure that it is a bespoke Overland Kings rig, check that out. Instead of putting Suzuki, it is an Overland Kings built vehicle. So to continue on with the off-road or overland upgrades, let's have a walk around. So we also included a snorkel that's built in. So that allows us to breathe better air, even on, let's say, if you're in a dusty terrain. But of course, the other part of having a snorkel is you'll be able to wade water that's deeper than the rated capacity of the vehicle. Of course, we don't want to sink the car, but basically, as long as this thing's breathing, your car's moving. Up top is where the overland upgrades comes in. We have mounted a front runner roof rack. It's called the slimline rack. It's aluminum, so it does not rust. And it's important when you're running roof racks is to check the load rating of the racks and the vehicle so that you're not overloading your car. Up top is we put a mammoth slim shell roof tent, which is also aluminum. And again, load rating, less than 75 kilograms. Therefore, perfectly fitted for this type of vehicle. In the side is a GME antenna. We use this, used properly, okay? We use this for comms, especially in the mountains, if there's no signal, to be able to communicate within two vehicles or the rest of the convoy if we're going on an adventure. But what sets Overland Kings apart is not just the bolt-on accessories, but the custom accessories or the interior of the vehicle. What we've done here is we took out the second row of the 5-door Jimny to make it a two-person Jimny. And we put on these tatami seats so that you could actually lie down in the back if you're actually going out by yourself instead of just chilling outside, and turn on the aircon, and of course, some Japanese touches from Gordon Miller to give privacy if you're on the inside of the vehicle. Let's move on to the back. Finally, to cap things off, we incorporated some interesting stuff like a drop-down table that's mounted to the rear of the vehicle. We have a Jimny shelf, and then just little things to add up to make it more comfortable, especially the lighting that's on the left and on the right, that you could plug into any of your portable power, or if you have an onboard power like a dual battery system, you'll be able to use that as so. The TV is optional. It is actually a pack-down type of suitcase from LG. But these are just little ideas for you to have so that if you're inspired to build an overland vehicle, whether it's your normal car, a Jimny, a Hilux, or any SUV or pickup, we'll be happy to be able to rig that up for you. So that's a quick walk around of this Jimny 5-door from Overland Kings. So if you want to get started with overlanding, how do you go about it? First, ask a few questions. Number one, how many people you want to go out with? Because the number of people will determine what type of setup would work for you. Number two, what do you currently have? It's a misconception that you have to buy the most expensive car in the world. basically start with what you have. If you already have a crossover, if you have a pickup, let's start there. And a couple of things you want to consider are, let me talk about three major principles that you might want to do. Number one, you want to have some sort of shade to get started with. You want to have some sort of water system and electrical system, and somewhere to sleep. So whether it's a roof tent or a ground tent, that's fine. Whether it's a basic tarp that you hang over something, or in an overland case, it's probably a side awning or a different type of awning. And then, of course, consider the budget. Overlanding can be good value, starting at roughly 15,000 pesos, 1.5. But you could go all the way to 1.5 million. So be careful how you want to go about it. Because if you ask me, can you get started with a budget? Yes. Can you get started with emptying the bank account? Yes. So those are those are both doable in this space. And then consider the wheels and tires. Kasi that's actually a big factor, especially most vehicles out of the lot are usually highway tires. So you don't need a mud tire, but a good all-terrain tire can get you started with at least your gravel roads, minimizes punctures, right? And then last but not the least, remember to have fun. It's at the end of the day, overlanding is not just about the gear. Yes, vehicles and gears are fun, but make sure you go out with the people that you like to hang out with. Have a good drink, have a nice picnic, right? And enjoy what the Philippines has to offer. Because at the end of the day, it is land travel going to a remote destination that you can enjoy with everybody. So there, those are my few tips to get you started with overlanding. If you ask me, just buy a trailer. Get your car, put a tow hitch, and then tow the whole thing away. You'll have aircon, you'll have hot water, you'll have your kitchen, you'll have a bed, right? And it's off-road capable. The whole family will be comfortable. That's the ultimate overlander, tow a trailer. So that's the other end of the spectrum. So again, at least it just goes to show that you can go as simple as a tarp on the lower end of the budget. And you can go as crazy as all of the upgrades all the brands you can think of, full ARB build, full JAOS build, then that would be where your blank check goes to. But yeah, I think those are things to get started. But if you have an idea and you have saw something on the internet that you might want to execute, just come on over, hit us up on our Messenger, Facebook, all the socials, and we'll be happy to discuss with you for whatever budget you have to get you started with your adventure today. For example, is this Prado 250. So if you're able to get a hold of one of these vehicles, we have the full slew of accessories that are official for you to create an overland rig. Let's start off with some crazy ideas. One, this is a custom installed PIAALPX that's integrated to the grill. Looks OEM, but that's actually aftermarket. There is no such thing. And then, of course, you would go with the exterior parts of suspension. This is running an airbag man suspension. Let me show you how it looks like. This allows us, because of the load we're carrying on the back, to lower the vehicle as needed or heighten the vehicle. And the purpose is so that when you're sleeping up there and the terrain is not even, you'll be able to level the car as such. So you could heighten or lower the vehicle. The wheels and tires is, of course, a custom offset from Method Race wheels in bronze finish, mounted with General tires, which is actually the tire of our idols. It's called a channel called Expedition Overland. If you have 1 week to waste on YouTube, that's the channel you gotta watch. But it's a good inspiration for building overland rigs, and that's also our inspiration. To wrap up the outside, this is a country club overlander. So we had golf and overland in mind. So this is like the ultimate luxury overlander. So we had the Masters as an idea, and let me show you how we executed that through these little things. If you look at the rear of this vehicle, that's why we have a golf club. It was designed to fit 2 golf clubs and all its accessories. Golf shoes, caps, and you still have your overland gear. This 15-inch My Cool Man fridge is designed for you to take down and put straight to your golf cart. And if you look at the inside of this, you will be able to have your golf balls, tees, markers, and something to cap off the day. After a long day in the golf course, right? So little things like that. Of course, these are all bespoke, custom finished by NIF Interiors. That's why it's a leather on suede. Everything is done by Overland Kings. You have a custom shelf with lighting. We're still running a dual battery system in the back, so you can still run everything properly. Last but not the least, up top, we're running a Prado 250 specific rack with the thinnest tent in the market, which is called the Helvetica SL09. It's only 3 inches thick. The reason we put that, again, it's a country club overlander. So if you need to go to your nearest Rockwell Mall, Shangri-La, Greenbelt, pasok tayo sa clearance. So that's what I mean when we say, when we build vehicles, it has to be the spec of what's the intended purpose. And for this particular car, we use this for both city errands and city grocery getting, adventuring, and the golf course. Are there compromises? There will be. A thinner tent will be less comfortable than our full-size tents because it's a thinner mattress, right? It may not be as capable in terms of off-roading because we didn't put a high lift, but it is a very drivable car. And for the weekend camper, just to head up to Tanay or to Caliraya, this will perfectly do the job. So that's the Prado 250 Country Club Overlander. Oh, did I mention that this car has a unique piece to cap off the whole build? Let's show you. It won't be luxury without bespoke items. The last thing I want to show you is this. This is a commissioned art from 13 Lucky Monkey. It's actually, it says Overland Kings Country Club with our own design and our little logo in there, made in brass plate. One of one just for this vehicle. So that's it. That's the Prado 250 of Overland Kings. Thanks, guys.